Rundana na ugena keswe ya kajerere umogo omonoba edi awa no pagari oyo bege no mai pegbe na o wa fi agede pe ni eyi mane do yeye ọ̀nà ìwọ̀n kí mẹ́kẹ̀kẹ́ mọ́ ni màá dé yàgò ẹ̀ òkó náà wà pọ̀ sún mẹ́sẹ̀ pé. Èdè àwọn àjọlẹ̀ péré lọ́dọ́lọ́dọ́ tí àwọn wà nẹ́dọ̀. Ó dín lẹ́gọ̀ọ́ jẹ́ ọ̀gbìn àríyá rẹ̀ o. Udine golo je gokini ayalo. Udine golo je gokini ayale. Udine golo je gokini ayalo. Udine golo je gokini ayale. Ale bobo. Ale bobo. Alije na mama mepe, oge mana sa oge. Umogu aba na le de jalu wa le do. Awe okin ari wa ya. Ge na ku kanyo. Awe na bobo. Abajo le pele ọba eukin adora re do. Aba ba kirari kuda o sa ma yi wa wa kankan. Òkè náà wà ìmàdó yín wọn náà ó wà lóṣè o. Àlòmọ́ gbogbogbò lápàlápàlà lókè wọn mẹ́wẹ̀ẹ̀wẹ̀ àjọlẹ̀ péré. Ó àjọlẹ̀ péré lómi èké náà lè dọ́là bí àwọn wà nìdó. Rere o, rere o, rere o, rere o, rere o, bàbá o. Ó dé wa. Udine goje, ọ̀gbìn àríyáwó. Udine goje, ọ̀gbìn àríyáwó. Udine goje, ọ̀gbìn àríyáwó. Udine goje, ọ̀gbìn àríyáwó. Àwọn ọjà wa yàtọ̀ ní bíbí kọ̀ọ̀kì yàgò ìwé kòkòrò. Udine goje, ọ̀gbìn àríyáwó. Àwọn bàbá lókè náà ló bòde ọ̀fìn alẹ́wà là ń sáré bíbí pọ̀. Udine goje, ọ̀gbìn àríyáwó. Àwọn yàtọ̀ ní bíbí pọ̀ ọ̀fìn àyàgbọ̀ ìwé kòkòrò. Ìjẹ́. Udine goje, ọ̀gbìn àríyáwó. Ó náà dọ̀lẹ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ ọba ẹ̀wùkì ajé ra rí. Udine goje, ọ̀gbìn àríyáwó. Udine goje, ọ̀gbìn àríyáwó. Udine goje, ọ̀gbìn àríyáwó. Ọ̀nà ìwá ní Mado Yamboko náà wà lóṣù. Ọ̀nà ìwá ní Mado Yamboko náà wà gbọ́sùn mẹ́sẹ̀ pé. Ọba ẹ̀rúkí àdóra rẹ̀ rẹ̀ tó. Ọba nẹ̀rọ ìmá rẹ̀ tó. Apọ̀lọpọ̀lọ lókè máa. Ẹ̀rẹ̀ wẹ́wà máa dògbé o. Baba, yeah, my channel, I don't live it. I don't have your way. A new loud. Oh, what if you get? Oh, well, you're Ulurabare, Namia Kenate, Baba Baba. Laurole, Namia, Daddy Daddy. Laurole, Namia, look it down. What's in the Goroje? Okay, I love it. Ọ̀nà ìwọ̀n ni Màdóyà kòkó náà wá pọ̀ súnmẹ́sì pé o. Ọ̀nà ìwọ̀n ni Màdóyà kòkó náà wá pọ̀ súnmẹ́sì pé o. Odò à. Kòkó náà wá àtọ́pẹ́ yìí. Ìṣẹ́. Ọmọ náà bá ní do àtọ́pẹ́ yìí. Ìṣẹ́. Èdè yìí kẹ́nu ṣèlú àtọ́pẹ́ yìí. Crown Prince, Ambassador, ìyẹn nẹ́dẹ́rẹ́ lórí ọba. Ukú ìwà mọ̀nàdó wa, ukú ìwé dàkí. Ukú yìí kí pé buhasa bá ní. Ṣùgbọ́n ìwọ̀n náà, ìmàdóyàgbọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ sún mẹ́sẹ̀ pé. Ọ̀nà ìwọ̀n ni màmí yòókù mọ́ dáyé àbúwá ló ṣe o. Ìyẹn wẹ̀ ọmọ náà bá éèdì àwà ọ̀ọ́dọ̀ lè péré rúdá òsàmáyé ọ̀rọ̀ akẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni kọ́ yé màmá pé ọmọ náà bá éèdì àwà èrè ó bẹ́ẹ̀. Ìjà ìkẹ́nu sílùú àbí màmá gbé o. Ọ̀kíyàrí àwọn ẹ̀gùn tí lè wọlé ní. Bàbá Adéwòkè lálùkò ní. Kèéná kú kájé o. Àgbo òkè má rí yẹ. Ẹsẹ̀ lẹ́mí mi pọ̀. Àwọn yàtọ̀ lẹ́mí mi pọ̀. Ọ̀kíyàrí àgbọ̀ ìwé kò kéde. Ọ̀nà sẹ́ni màná dòyí wọn náà bò kó náà parí òkè o. Ọ̀nà yìí wọ́n lè máa dó yàgò ẹ̀ kọ́ súnmẹ́sì fún un. Ojúlégó, àfihàn yàrá rẹ̀ o. Ojúlégó, àfihàn yàrá rẹ̀. Ojúlégó, àfihàn yàrá rẹ̀ o. Ojúlégó, àfihàn yàrá rẹ̀. Àgbèrè tí a wá rí ẹsẹ̀ náà mímí pàmò yàgò ìmí kò kéde o. Ojúlégó, àfihàn yàrá rẹ̀. Ní àdọ̀lẹ̀ péré àbọ̀bọ̀ bọ̀ kí a jó ra rẹ̀ rà tó. Ojúlégó, àfihàn yàrá rẹ̀. Ulé náà jọ̀rọ̀ lè náà jẹ́ kẹ́nà tó ọjọ́ wa. Ó bá bá dẹ̀ fi o. Ojúlégó, àfihàn yàrá rẹ̀. Ulé náà jọ̀rọ̀ lè náà jẹ́ kẹ́nà tó ọjọ́ wa. Ó bá bá dẹ̀ fi o. Òkè òkè o. Ojúlégó, àfihàn yàrá rẹ̀. Ulé náà jọ̀rọ̀ lè náà mẹ́tọ́ ọjọ́ wa. Ẹ dáàdì ló fi o. Dáàdì. Ojúlégó, àfihàn yàrá rẹ̀. Ulé bàbá. Òkè nàgà. Òkè o. Ojúlégó, àfihàn yàrá rẹ̀. Àkè òkè òkè nàgà. Òkè nàgà o. Òkè o. Ojúlégó, àfihàn yàrá rẹ̀. Bàbá yìí o. Òkè nàgà. selo atokpae.
Good afternoon, good evening, wabeva, wabota, wababy nerechae. Menogo viwa. Enosadu kezeka. Nebo nibunye ye. A doctor Oguname. This evening, I want to talk to you about a very sensitive and important topic. A topic which some few people know, but also don't like talking about it because they have absolutely no idea on how to fix it. I titled this topic Chaos Beings, the chaotic beings, chaotic souls, chaotic people. Please put a hand of a like for me to know everybody's really hearing this, because everybody have to hear this. Everybody have to hear this. This is for everybody's ear. Please put a finger of like so I am very, very sure everybody is hearing it nice. Okay, that should mean yes. Thank you so much for being here. And I thank also those who will even watch it later, because it is our time we start breaking the rock and bringing things under out. It is our time we start opening the doors and exposing the mysteries and the things that is hide behind the doors. And the time is now. Like I always say, I don't talk to everybody. And I don't want to make sense to everybody. The few people I'm talking to are those old souls who knows exactly what it is but has forgotten. Those are the people I have come for. Those baby souls of today, they still need time to grow. They still need time to experience life on earth before they can grab my message deeply inside of them. But you old souls who have reincarnated back to this earth now and has fully lost your connection with yourself, you are the one I'm talking to. So because of that, I know I will not make sense to everybody. And I don't even intend to, because I understand how it is. Share the video. Share it with people. Let people be fully aware of this. Please share it. When we talk about chaotic beings, what are we talking about? Before you can understand the meaning of chaotic beings, first we must first explain to you what is chaos and what is a being. Because sometimes people get confused and carried away, especially with this English language we are speaking. Because what you have to know is English language was specially designed for humans, so humans can lose contacts with that power which is in our words. That's why they want the whole world to be speaking English. That's the only reason. Nothing, nothing more than that. Because it limits your inner expression. Those who wants to learn Benin, come and study, because ancient language gives you more opportunity to express yourself. But because of the reality we find ourselves today, I cannot just be talking to you now in Benin, because people that will hear and understand me will be very few. And my message, like I always say, it's not just for the Benin people or just for the Edo people. It's for humanity. I am here for the whole humans who are still alive today. But to start the topic of today, first, I will explain chaos for you. The definition of chaos is something very deep and very wide. So you can only fully explain chaos depends on the level of your understanding. I'm not talking about dictionary. I don't do things with dictionary. I do things with the divine knowledge that comes, because dictionary was created by someone. But when you are talking about chaos, you have to understand that the full concept of what is known as universe today was created out of chaos. So chaos is simply a disorder. It's like an element of disorder which is not fully on its own coordination. So then it's chaos. It's not a material you can touch. It is a display. It is a display or a disorder of something that is not fully in order. That is why I say the meaning of chaos is very deep. It depends on your knowledge and what you understand about life. Because why? Somebody can also ask, how do you call it chaos when it is an element of disorder that has no order? So what now makes it chaotic? Which would be a very, very complicated question even for your professors to answer. But today we are just focusing on the general definition. So let's accept it as if that is the definition. So if chaos is something that has been disorganized, that is not in order, that is being dissolved, that is not coordinated, then what is being? Because don't forget, the topic is chaotic being. So what is a being? And how does a chaos have a relationship with a being? Good evening. Yeah, good evening. How does a chaos have connection with a being? Then we will have to first explain to you what is a being. When we talk about the word being, like I said, English limits us for our expression, but we are going to manage this language so we can pass the message to people out there. What is a being? The full essence of something, the real essence of a thing or a living thing, is the being of that thing. So if you are a human being, your full essence of yourself is what is recognized as a being. That's why you hear the word human being. It means the essence of that human is that his own being. So now we have chaotic beings. Chaotic beings. Who are the chaotic beings? Who are the chaotic beings? If you look around the whole world today, it's full of chaos. That is the fact. But if you start shuffling the chaos and you look at the being the essence of people, of individuals around this globe or around this earth, as they name it to be. Like I said, time to come, we will start giving you the real names. But for now, let's work with what we have. Everybody, everywhere is full of chaos. But when you start separating all this chaos and observing the full earth from above, like you are looking at the like you are looking at the earth to the ground, you will see that the most chaotic beings are what people call now today Africans. Africans are chaotic beings. Not chaotic because they are the so-called shaitan or devil, whatever they name it to be. No. There is a lot of chaos in the beingness, in the essence of African consciousness, because African has been the only set of people in the whole earth that is fully in denial of their selves. I will say it again. The whole being, the whole chaotic essence you see around Africa is because Africa is the only geographical, I don't like calling it Africa, like I said before, we are not Africa. But I will still be managing all these words for now until until our scholars bring everything together. Then we will introduce you to ASI, which is Africa Spiritual Institution. That one will come later. But for now, let's manage the materials at hand now. So the chaotic beings of people that live together in that geographical location named as Africa today, why are they so chaotic? Why is there so many chaos there? This is something we have to start bringing into light, because people don't understand. Some will say politician, some will say white people, some will say this one. But the fact is, we all agree that Africa is in a very big chaos. And the only reason this chaos is so obvious is because around the whole globe, only that location known as Africa are the only group of people that is in full denial of their own self. When you start traveling around the world, you will understand what I'm telling you now. The majority of Africans who even are in full acceptance of who they are, the other groups, which are also the same Africans like them, laugh at them, see them as illiterate, see them as people don't know anything, because why? They are civilized. They are colonized. They know better. Forgetting that the education that was exposed to them was specifically designed to make them slaves. I will say it again. The education that was given to Africans was specifically designed to make them slaves. That's why we have so many graduates and there is so many poverty. Nigeria are more graduates than France and Germany combined. So, but it's very wise to teach people, to lecture people, the origin of this chaos and why these beings has become so chaotic. Before we start exposing you to the origin of the chaos, it is very wise for we to explain to you the nature of an African and the type of reality Africa consciousness is being exposed to, and the reason why everybody and everything is so chaotic now. So, what is the nature of an African? When I say Africa, if you like, recognize the person as a black person. You have to know that Africans have different varieties of people. We are not black, we are not white. Black is not even a color. So, let's just be using the word Africa to address the people living in that geographical cycle now on earth. The nature of an African, it's simply to be fully connected. When I say connected, I mean physically and spiritually. To be fully connected to that which is first inside of him or her, and then that which is around his own space. That is the consciousness where, that is the space where our consciousness feels so in a very balanced order. But the disconnection right now between we and what our natural essence is what has given birth now to all this chaos you see around us. There is a very huge disconnection. There is a very huge disconnection between what we have now as a people and what our natural essence, our being is as a people. And what is the greatest tools that really disconnect us? It was not slavery, because a lot of black people, Africa people, are very quick to blame everything on slavery. Slavery was just like also a business, like this oil business. This side profits. The victims suffer from it. It causes trauma. I know this very well. But what we have to know very well is, after slavery has ended, the disconnection started from there. Because why? During those periods of slavery, the people known as Africans was there. They only took away their brothers, took away their uncles, took away their fathers. So an Afro-American can blame the white man for his miseducation, for his problem. He can do anything he like with the white man, if he believe whatever. But you as an African, your story is different. Stop accepting all this false narrative, and that makes yourself so weak to the point that you are joining everybody to blame. No. Because why? They rape the mothers, rape the children, steal the warriors, steal the priests, kill some of the kings, send kings in exile, burn kingdoms. All these horrible, dishuman things was happened to Africa. This we know. But after that, then what? What happened? Demonization of our spiritual science now started. That is more worse than the full 400 years of slavery. I will start it again. Demonization of Africa's spiritual science is worse than 400 years of slavery. So if you are wise and smart and intelligent, stop blaming our misfortune, our chaos on slavery. No, blame it on the psychological warfare, the psychological campaign that started later after that 400 years of slavery. Because you know what? The same people who sold their brother, sold their sister, help even Oyibo fight, go kill their fellow brother and sister, buy gun from them, go till they kill themselves. The same people were the one who sat, waited, and also received the missionaries later. Also received the missionaries. I know many scholars will argue like even the period of the slavery, they have already started broken us spiritually. I know many will argue this. But after the slavery, a new system started, and that is where we have to focus on. Because why? You can never heal when you focus on your trauma. It's time to stop focusing on those trauma and focus really on the points where the pain is so we can fix it. This is not time to blame or correct. Me, I am not even blaming the white man anymore because I understand better now. Yes, this can shock some of my friends, but it's fact. I don't blame anybody now. I understand very better. Because why? Your destiny is now in your hands. If you know very well that your ancestors was used for 400 years of slavery, more than 200 million people died just only during process of transportation alone. If you know all this now, so what is stopping you to join Africa Ancestral Spiritual Ministry? What is stopping you now to reconnect back to your ancestors? What is stopping you now to really accept that which you are? Because why? A program has been installed inside your brain to make you not see anything good within yourself. So that makes you now, you need an angel with a white feather. You need a God with a very curlish hair. In fact, that's even why you are spending money on your plastic hair. It's not your fault. A program has been installed inside of you not to see anything good about yourself. And trust me, this program is running very well. It is running very well now to the point that it is even updating its own self. But what does all this have to do with the chaotic beings? It has to do with it because why? If chaos is explained as a disorder, and being is your own essence of oneness, so automatically it means that the side they have channeled your eye towards right now is creating a chaotic disorder that is affecting your own essence as a person. And what is your own essence as a person? You are a God. It's too big for some people to just imagine. Really? But that is just what it is. You have to know that when we say God in Africa, there's nothing like Almighty God. That has nothing to do with us at all. Those are things that belongs to the Romans, to the Greek. Those are European philosophy. We don't have that kind of idea at all. There is no father or son or mother of God. No, we have the full connection with the full essence of everything. So this is what God is according to African philosophy. Let me break it down for you. God is the expression of everything in existence. I will say it again. According to African spiritual philosophy, God is the expression of everything that is in existence. So it is very wrong of you to say, this is my God, this is God, this is God. No, because we are all expressing God himself. Although she's a woman, we are all expressing God itself. So you cannot have an image of God. Any image of God they have shown you is a lie. That was to brainwash you and carry you along. But the real essence right here is for you to know that you are a full expression of everything. When I say everything, of the full universe and everything itself. But the awareness you have is what creates your limitation. So the more you know, the better you become and the more you see. Because your eyes can only see what your mind know. What your mind don't know, you cannot see. So it is very wise that you have the full understanding that God is your full essence. And everything in existence is expressing through you. So that is why when you know this, you have strong connection with what is known as Mother Nature. Because you know that Mother Nature is also an expression of your own higher self. So that is why in African Ancestral Spiritual Ministry, when we do divination or initiation of those things, it's not for you to worship anything. Ogun don't say worship me. Oromila don't say worship me. Shango don't say worship me. Men created the concept and created an image of God. And the only reason men created that was to make other men their slaves. Because then they can tell that man, I am the one that can lead you to this God. And that will make that man disconnect from the God himself and believe this karma and think that one will lead him or her to this God. So it is a psychological warfare. So don't blame our frustration and suffering on those slavery and trauma that has passed. No, it's time for we to face our present reality and know how to revolutionize our spiritual structure. And that is why Africa Ancestral Spiritual Ministry was born. Our duty now is to activate your DNA. Is to activate your DNA, to connect you back to that link that is missing. It's time to connect you back. Then, boom, you see it. It sounds like magic. That's why I say I'm not talking to everybody. I don't want to make sense to everybody. Ancient souls, old souls, we understand perfectly what I'm saying. Those that don't understand, no problem. You need time. Because even the soul needs maturity. We'll come to that. We'll start talking about the nature of the soul. So right now, we are talking about the nature of your essence. Because what you have to know is, before soul, before spirit, before body, there is an essence. And that essence is your beingness, your consciousness which later give birth to everything that you see now around you. This is very important to know. Connecting back to that which you have is the only way to fix the chaos. If you carry this chaos we are talking about now into your own single life, and I call it a single life because you are having your own experience, the other one is having their own experience, although everything is connected, but at the same time it dances around. It's a constant geometry that is moving around. It has no stable form. That's why we say everything was created out of chaos. But everything was created out of chaos only for him to have order. It's like you hit a big iron now. Boom! After some seconds, you start hearing, the sound starts coming down. So that chaosness, boom, has given birth to stillness. But that stillness now is what is missing. It's missing because why? Africans When I say Africa, I mean the present people now living in that geographical location called Africa. Africans are in full denial of who they are. And as long as you are in full denial of who you are, the chaos will always be there. The chaos will always be there, and it will always be regenerating and regenerating. Please don't call me now. I am on live video. It will always be regenerating and regenerating. I will say it again. Because the chaos. So as I was saying, the chaos you see is a total denial of the essence of our own being. You hate your ways of your ancestors. You believe it's demonic. You believe it's shaitan. You believe it's evil. All this you just believe. Somebody told you lies and you believe the lies. Okay, fine. But look at what has been given to you. What do you have? All major religion on earth is not up to 7,000 years old, imagine. And you, you have been existing for more than 500 million years. So all these millions of years, you throw it away and you say, this is the light, this is the way. No problem. But what they are not teaching you is the origin of light, the beauty of darkness, the mystery behind the births of which you call light today. But they are not feeding you anything. So because they are not feeding you anything, and your soul knows this very well, that's why I call my teachings soul food. Good evening, Mrs. Rosa. Good evening. That's why I call my teaching soul food, because this is what the ancestors has given us to give directly to your soul. Everything you are following is not working. This is time to look back. The time to look back and reconnect to that which you are. Many of you come from different places. Many of you have different spiritual alignment, different spiritual community, different spiritual relationship. But they have told you now that, Ogbaje na bad thing, my mother na bad thing, this one na bad thing, this one na bad thing. Okay, the good thing they give to you now is giving you only chaos. And they have downloaded series of fear. They have downloaded series of fears inside of you. And those fears now, I have crippled you spiritually. So that is why now you are like an object. They carry you here, they carry you here, they carry you there, and at the end, you are turning around the same cycle. This is why Africa Ancestral Spiritual Ministry is here. To help you reconnect back to your own essence of beingness. When you are connected back to your own essence, then you can settle down the chaos. The chaos. I'm sorry, somebody just called in. How can you call him? As the chaos digests, automatically after the digestion of the chaos, that's your real essence will start manifesting. Why is everybody angry in Africa? You know why? It's because of their chaotic nature. And the chaotic nature does not mean they are crazy. No, it's because spiritually, the things they came to life for, their soul, spiritually, it is in a very big conflict. That's why they are jumping in the church. They call it Holy Ghost. That is a protest and a manifestation of their that their soul is giving. But they'll give it a name, so you people should not even have understanding of what it is. But I promise myself I will not be attacking any religion, because people listening to your video message, it was impressive. But okay, thank you. People are what they are. But what we are here for is not to attack your religious belief, is to give you an insight. It's like you are in a box, for example, a box which have no window. And then suddenly from outside somebody pierce a needle. Pew! That little pierce of that needle will start bringing in reflection of light. Then you are curious, right? You want to put your eye in that light and peep to see what is outside that box. That is all we are asking you. When you hear us talking, when you hear us teaching, don't worry. We don't want to put any demon in you. Because that's what I told you, right? We don't want to put any demon in you. We just want you to come closer and look. Because your soul know the truth. That is just the fact. Truth is our weapon. And truth is what is bringing the beauty outside of us to manifest itself. And that is what the ancestors have told us to tell you. The truth. Because why? You are not learning anything. Your soul know everything already. So as I was saying, the reason you see black people, African people, so angry and always so angry and chaotic is because of the conflict going on inside of them. There is a very strong disconnection between what they are and what now they are trying to become. For example, imagine the way democracy is being played in Africa. It's like a game of madness. But I don't blame them, because this was imposed on them and they believe they have to civilize and step up and meet up with what was brought to them without studying. Without knowing that those that brought it, they had to fight series of civil wars for more than 800 years before they now have their full agreement and now say, okay, you know what? It's democracy now. Let's accept it. Millions and millions and millions of people die. Then just you Africa now who don't know anything, they just bring it to you and say, this is the way, please follow it. You are like, okay, let's follow it. This is democracy. This is civilization. We are being colonized. We are intelligent.